Let's talk about hooks. Hooks are functions that allows us to perform setup and teardown actions before and after tests. The before hook is executed once before any test in a described block. It's useful for setting up common resources or performing expensive operations that are shared across multiple tests. The BeforeEach hook is executed before each test in a described block. It's useful for setting up the initial state or resetting the environment needed for each individual test. As for the AfterEach hook, it is executed after each test in a described block. It's useful for cleaning up resources or performing actions that need to be done after each test. Finally, the afterAll hook is executed once after all the tests in a described block have finished running. It's suitable for releasing resources, closing connections, or performing cleanup tasks that are common across multiple tests. Let's take a look at an example that demonstrates the use of hook. I've added the BeforeAll and AfterAll hooks to its password correct describe block. And if I run my test now, before all the tests run, we should have BeforeAll hook locked to the console. And after all the tests are done running, we should have AfterAll hook locked to the console. As you can see in our terminal, we have before hook logged here and AfterAll hook logged here. Let's take a look at an example that demonstrates the use of global hooks. We will showcase global hooks using global setup and global teardown configurations. Here is my Jest config file, and I've added the configuration for global setup and global teardown. Both the global setup and global teardown accept a string, which is the path to the module that contains the setup or teardown functions. And here I have the global setup.js file and the global teardown.js file. Each of these files are expected to export an asynchronous function. As for the global setup, it runs once before all the tests. Here you want to perform setup operations like maybe setting up a database schema and similar things. As for the global teardown, it runs once after all the tests complete. And if I open the terminal and run our tests, you should see a console.log message of global teardown in the terminal.
Thanks for watching this newline tutorial. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps other students find our content.